Hey, so today I want to talk about whining, complaining, and blaming. Now, a lot of women get in a relationship, and when you get in a relationship, you first get in love with the idea of being in a relationship. And the problem is, a lot of us get into a relationship with the expectations that's not real, right? You're expecting people to love you, make you feel secure, make you feel happy. And the thing about that is that's not somebody else's responsibility. Let's be real about it. That you have it's your job to make yourself happy. It's your job to love yourself. And if you can't love yourself, how somebody's gonna love you when you don't even know what being in love or loving somebody is? Most of you get in a relationship and you get in a relationship with this idea that this person is going to do everything and be everything. And then when that fails to happen, then you walk out of a relationship bitter and angry, and you want the blame game tip. And blaming other people for stuff that you fail to realize and recognize and not do is unfair to that person, because you already know. Because people are like a sandwich, right? You drop breadcrumbs all along the way, and people let you know who they are along the way. People do things or say things that most of us see and know, but because most of us want to be in a relationship, we overlook all of those things. And then over a long period of time, then you start making the problem. And that person have the right to turn around and go, well, what's your problem? Right? Because it was okay before. But when people get in a relationship and they get comfortable, they go right back to the old behaviors. Either you're nagging, you're insecure, you're extremely jealous, you want to check his phone, you want to see where he's going, and you want to damn well put a tracker on the guy to see where the guy is going. And that is a high level of insecurity and a high level of jealousy. And the problem is, after time, we want people for us to make us feel better, we want people to appease our jealousy, appease our insecurity, and make us feel like, they are exactly what you want them to be. And the point of the matter is, you have to understand this. Every human being comes with their own stuff, right? Nobody is perfect. Everybody have flaws. The foolish thing is when people think that they're better, and for them the situation is different. And the situation is not different, because when you're bringing your own shit into the relationship, what are you doing is you're bringing stuff from the past relationship in the future one. And because most of us don't learn when we're in previous relationship, and we blame the other party for what they have done, then you feel like you have to change. You don't have to change. You don't have to do anything, because you feel like you're okay and you're in your right to do that. But when you fail to understand that it goes two ways in a relationship, you are the common denominator in all your relationship, and you're not flawless, and you created something in the relationship. Either you created something or you missed something. You miss a point that was right there all along, telling you like, listen, this is who I am. But after time, when we get into a relationship, some of us are so desperate and you want it to work so bad that you fail to realize all along that this is who that person is. And then months in the relationship, those things come up and it start to be a problem. And then when you bring it up, that person's going like, what the hell? I mean, I was doing this from before. But sometimes when you're in Google Gaga land and you're in a new relationship, you let things slide and let it slide until the relationship start to get serious. Now you want that person now to understand that that's a problem. You have to know what it is when you get into a relationship, what the signs are, what you can accept and what you don't accept, right? And just don't gloss over everything, because if it's an issue, it's going to be an issue down the road. And sometimes it's not a fluke, it's stuff what this person do and they can do over an extended period of time. So to be, a victim and blame and complain is just a waste of time, because you play a role in that too as well. And you as a person have to check yourself, because a lot of times people go in a relationship and they don't check themselves. They're going there and expect that everything is going to happen to appease them, and not realizes that you're in a relationship with the other person, and that person have their own stuff too. And you have to take into account and take stock of that you know what, you go in a relationship, compromise versus sacrifice. And also, you know ask yourself, what are you willing to accept and what you won't accept? Because by knowing what you're willing to accept and what you won't accept, it really puts you in a place where you can know what you will deal with and what you can't deal with, and then you can move forward in a relationship. But if you go in a relationship and you blame, then chances are the previous relationship that you were in, you blame, you didn't take responsibility. Now you're in this new one, and now you expect the other person now to roll over and play dead and answer to your every needs. And in this real world, unless you're paying somebody to do that, the chances are that either you're gonna find somebody who's very, very insecure, very desperate, and they're gonna do everything to please you, but you won't be happy with them because there's nothing fun about a person that does you can pretty much have them any which way you want. There's nothing to look forward to. It doesn't challenge you, and you're just in a relationship to just in a relationship's sake. So my point to you is stop blaming, stop whining, and just to understand that everything that happened in a relationship is because you're attracted to yourself, right? And until you start changing the way you are, the people that come around you are going to be the same people that you've been dealing with all the while. That's why you hear a woman keep saying this garbage about there's no good man, and every time they get in a relationship, the same shit happens over and over again because they haven't changed, but yet they want the rest of the outside world to change to suit them. And that's an idiotic idea. It never worked, it hasn't worked, and it won't work. So long as you take responsibility for your own shit and work on yourself, then don't expect anybody to change for you. Okay? So that's all I have to say for now. That's my prerogative, and I'm sticking to it.